everyone, ED here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, please subscribe. I'm back with another reaction video. I feel like it's been forever since I've done one and I'm so excited to be reacting to this video, and especially just, this whole month and this whole year really. I know it's been so crazy and it's been really hard on everybody. And I think it's so important, part of the reason I started doing these videos is I think, having a spiritual foundation, just any kind of emotional wellness foundation is so important, and taking care of yourself, whether that's through meditating or journaling or grounding yourself or going to the beach or working out or doing breath work, whatever it is, whatever makes you feel good and feel like you have, that calm in your life, I think is so important, because how can you, show up for the world and make this world a more peaceful place when you aren't taking care of yourself? So, yeah, let's get into this video. I'm drinking some tea. And this cup says aspirin, coffee, silence. 3 words I live by. Just kidding, not really. So this video, I found this girl very randomly. I actually asked for a sign from the universe, and maybe like 10 seconds before I started searching on YouTube, I heard very loudly in my ear, "Candy," type in "Candy," and this popped up, and I don't know, maybe it's the universe, maybe I'm going crazy, but this video came up, and so it's about energy vampires, which I am so excited because I know a lot about energy vampires, and I'm sure whether you've heard of an energy vampire, you know what it is, you've heard of one, you're already thinking of someone in your life who you feel like is an energy vampire. But this video is a vlog, and it's called Let's Talk About Energy Vampires, and her name is Dulce Candy. Dulce Candy. So I'm so excited. Let's get into this video. Okay, my camera went from fully charged to dead, and then my laptop would not allow me to screen record, so talk about energy vampires. That was super weird, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so let's get into this video. This video is from Dulce Candy, and it is a vlog, and it's called Let's Talk About Energy Vampires. Okay.
Vibrating low. Okay, I'm happy, but I'm just like, I need so much stuff to learn still. I have so many things to learn. So I was talking to my husband right now about...
It takes a lot to admit that you have a lot to learn. I gotta say, that's hard to admit. I appreciate that when someone admits that. Because most people are like, I have nothing to learn, I'm perfect, blah, blah, blah.
Because I'm doing a lot of research on energy and healing for my next video. And I was thinking about all the people that I've encountered that when I am in their presence, I just feel so tired and I don't want to do anything. I want to take a nap after interacting with them. Even this one person in particular. As soon as I start talking to her, I literally go like this, and I can't even move my mouth. I'm just like, oh yeah, like, why? And I always notice, why do I get so tired talking to you? So.
Okay, so this is very interesting, and I hear about this a lot. So basically what this sounds like is she is empathic. She's an empath, and pretty much everybody is. That's not like some woo-woo crazy spiritual thing. Pretty much everyone's an empath. We all are energy. We all are made up of molecules vibrating at a certain frequency, and we all have emotions at the end of the day, and our hormones are kind of what regulate and control our emotions. So like, let's say you're talking to your, sister-in-law or your friend or your coworker or your boss or anyone, and you start to feel like anxious or you start to feel angry. Have you ever walked into like a grocery store and you're in a super good mood, and then as soon as you walk into that grocery store, you're like you feel horrible. You feel like bleh, you feel gross. Or have you ever like been in such an amazing mood and you're driving and the sun's about to set and you're drinking your coffee, and then all of a sudden someone cuts you off, and it's like you're so like, you go from like 0 to 100. You go from like totally zen to like, I'm gonna like cut this person off if my life depends on it. It is so easy to get affected by other people. That's just how people are. We're constantly doing this, constantly getting into each other's space. So it sounds like she's empathic. It sounds like someone's draining her. So there's like two things you kind of want to think about at this point. If you're someone who feel like you get drained easily, ask yourself, am I getting drained easily? Am I grounded? Am I doing like a daily practice of grounding myself? What I always recommend to people, stick your toes in dirt. Literally, put your feet in the dirt or in sand or in the ocean, in water or in grass. Put your feet in something natural, in the earth. And that alone will help you ground yourself. Take a shower and imagine that the water is like clearing you, getting all this like gunk off of you. Imagine that you're a tree and you're in the shower and that water is like totally nurturing your tree. There's so many ways to ground yourself. Like do a quick meditation. Do downward facing dog if you're into yoga. Like there's so many ways to ground yourself. So I would ask myself in this situation, okay, am I grounded in this motion? I definitely need more coffee at this point than tea. Am I grounded in this moment? And also, what is in me, what piece of me is allowing this person to like suck the life out of me? Because at the end of the day, we are totally responsible for our energy, and we have 100% control of our energy. And the only time we don't have control of our energy is when we allow someone to take from us, when we allow someone to emotionally dump on us, when we get low enough that we're just in like fight or flight or adrenaline mode, or we're like, ready to fight someone. We're so angry because they cut us off on the freeway. Like, so at this point I would ask myself, like, is there a piece of me that is allowing myself to have someone, vamp off of me? Do I have a need to be needed? Is there a need or an obligation for me to be someone's therapist? Do I have a need to like inconvenience myself? That kind of thing. So I'd ask myself those questions.
Do you guys like my makeup today? I have not been using any setting powders.
Her makeup is beautiful, by the way.
It just makes my makeup look more soft, right? More natural, just beautiful, not heavy. Sometimes I could overdo it. Why do I sing? Okay, so can I just tell you what's on my mind? Can I? So I just want to tell you what's on my mind today, because I was gonna say frustrated a little bit, but I'm really not frustrated. I'm just feeling, I don't even know what the right word is for this feeling that I'm feeling, but I have been doing research on energy healing, the power of our energy and how we can use it to work for us. And I was listening to this doctor who is very intuitive, and she was talking about energy vampires. Have you guys ever encountered people that when you interact with them, you just want to go and take a nap?
Mm-hmm.
You just feel completely drained, and sometimes you're not even aware that you're an empath, but you just feel drained. That's a sign that you're an empath, that you feel things, you feel other people's emotions. And she was talking about energy vampires, the doctor was. And I started thinking of certain people that are in my life that literally, after interacting with them, I just want to go and take a nap and just completely disconnect with them.
So I'm gonna stop it right there, because I think it's important to mention, like, this used to happen to me a lot, and I'm sure it's happened to, you know, a bunch of other people. And if you're listening and this has happened to you, I would love for you to comment below and explain like how you dealt with this. But for me personally, like, in the past when this would happen to me, I realized like I had a huge need and obligation to be needed by others. Like, I needed to be people's therapist. I was attracting people to come to me so that they would drain the life out of me, so that I would feel like a good person, so that I would feel needed and useful. Like, like I feel like, you know what, but it doesn't matter because I helped this person. Okay, no, that is not the way you want to live your life, because how can you help someone when your tank is empty? And are you really helping someone if it means that at the end of it you feel horrible? Well, that's not really helping anyone. It's like, that's like if someone had a cold and to help them get over their cold, you just took on their cold for them. It's like, no. It's so important that in these moments, we fill our energy tank up, and that's through grounding. You know, like I said before, like go stick your feet in the sand, or, you know, the ocean, or in the dirt, or do some yoga, do some deep breathing. There's so many ways to ground yourself. Do that kind of thing. And then you're in a position where people can't really affect you, right? Because you're up here. So when they can't affect you, you're not lowering yourself to make that person feel better. You're kind of leading by example. You're saying, you know what, I have a high vibration and I have a high oscillation speed, and I'm feeling great, and I'm not gonna like feel bad so that you feel better about feeling bad. I'm gonna still feel amazing, and kind of, you know, I guess the easiest way to put it is, when you shine, it gives other people permission to shine. You know, if you want someone to shine, you don't have to dim your light so that they can shine brighter. You shine just as bright as you want to, and it'll inspire that person to shine just as bright. Like, there is enough room for everybody. So I think in this situation, it'd be very easy to want to cut people off, to want to like ignore people, you know, make up excuses as to why you can't hang out with them. And yeah, under certain situations, like, totally okay to cancel plans. Under certain circumstances, totally okay to cut people off if they're not serving you in your life. But I think it's so important to like learn first why these things are happening to you before we just jump to those kinds of things.
And recharge. And I was like, why do I feel so tired being around you? Like, why do I feel so tired? And at first, I didn't realize that I was absorbing. No, they were taking my energy with them. And I didn't realize that. So I have to be more careful, and something that I'm doing and working on is protecting my energy. And there's another person that I actually see every single day. Not my husband. I love my husband. He gives me life. And it's not my son, but it's somebody else that comes to my house almost every single day. And and as soon as I would start talking to this person, I would literally go from like being so excited, feeling so good, happy, high energy, as soon as I start speaking to this person. I'm just like, oh yeah. And I could barely move my mouth sometimes. I'm like so drained instantly that I could barely move my mouth to communicate. Isn't that so strange? And I always wondered, why do I feel so tired talking to you? Like instantly, that was weird. And then I started thinking, am I just not having a high energy day? Like, is it time right now during the day that my energy is at a low point? Is it normal? No, it's the person. It's the people that you interact with. I used to be very open, and I would receive every single person and their energies, and I would be like, tell me about yourself and your life. I want to know you. Let's get to know each other. And while all of that is great, human connection, at the same time, it wasn't benefiting. I don't want to say benefiting, because it's not like, oh, what can I get from it? But it was actually hurting me, you know? And so I decided to keep it cordial. You and I are not going to be interacting as we used to. We're not going to go in deep together, because there was also a lot of judgment. And I didn't like that. I always felt like, why do you say certain little comments? You know, this person would say like backhanded comments to me all the time. And this person would say them with a smile, like they cared, you know? But in my mind, I was like, why do you feel the need to say that to me? So that's one thing that I'm doing, is keeping my distance. And sometimes you can't completely take people out of your life. Maybe you could. Yeah, you could, right? But the first.
Again, like, yeah, you can totally take people out of your life, of course. I think it's just important to figure out first why you're in a position where this person is vampiring off of you, and what, at the end of the day, like, there's something inside of that individual person that is allowing that to happen. So you kind of first have to figure out why. What is that piece of you that's allowing that to happen? And then go from there. Then you can say, like, you know what, I really love this person, but we just need boundaries. We just need to establish X, Y, and Z so that they're happy and I'm happy. Or maybe, like, yeah, maybe we don't really need to be hanging out all too much. So it kind of, like, I would first start, like, with yourself and trying to figure out more of who you are and why that's happening to you first.
First thing that I'm doing is just giving myself space from that person. And I set a boundary already, and this person has realized that there is a boundary now, because I am not as open and like, hi, how are you doing? How's your weekend? How's your day? What have you been up to? I just cordially say hello, goodbye, smile, be polite, of course, and just keep it like that. You know, so that's something that if you are, you know, very sensitive to energy, which I definitely am, oh my gosh, ladies, keep your distance from these people. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your distance. It's for the sake of your own good, and it's not being selfish at all. And sometimes it's even people in your family that you have to keep your distance, because you have to be so protective and really guard your energy. And that's something that I'm definitely doing, because there will be a lot of people that you encounter that will just take your energy the moment that they see you. Since I'm doing all of this research, I'm realizing that this is probably why I'm a little antisocial. And it's not a bad thing, but it's a great thing for me, because I feel really comfortable living my life the way that I live it. Which is why I don't have like this crazy group of friends, or I don't go where there's, being around a lot of people gives me a little bit of like, you know, anxiety. There's just so much energy all around, and I'm so sensitive to it that I just rather stay in my house.
So it sounds like she's someone who has a lot of spiritual abilities and probably has a lot of spiritual gifts. And is just being affected by everyone around her, and that's so normal, and it happens all the time. I think what would probably help her is getting to a place in her spiritual journey, you know, her research and spiritual, whatever she wants, you know, to do as far as like spiritually. What would probably help her is get to a place where like she feels really amazing and she feels super grounded, to where those people actually don't affect her. Because it is possible to clear your energy so well and be super grounded to where these people just won't even affect you. And honestly, like, when you're that grounded, like, they might not even reach out to you. They just won't affect you. So I think that would help her, is if she, because it seems like she feels like she has to really protect and guard her energy, which is really good. But at the same time, like, I think it would also help her if she got to a place where she just felt like, oh, these people don't even affect me. I'm still happy even around these people.
I do have friends. I do go out. It's not like I am just like locked away in my house. No, I have my friends. I'm telling you, my good friends. Like my friend Jorge. He is an energy giver. He gives you energy. If you're feeling down, he gives you energy. He lifts you up. He is definitely the type of person that if you're around him, you will feel better. You will feel comfortable. You will not be tired or defeated or just feel drained. So the people in my life that I keep close to my life, are definitely those kind of people, people that do not take from me and just leave me there, you know? So I'm trying to learn more about that and what causes people to be vampires, energy vampires, why. So yeah, so the video that I'm working on is more in depth about what I'm talking about right now, which I think is great if I'm talking about it right now, just so I don't make the other video super, super intensive and long. But the other one is going to be how to raise your vibrational energy. If you're feeling low, if you're not having the greatest day, what things can we do to shift your energy and get you to a place where you feel like your full, complete, peaceful, happy self. So anyways, I hope you guys still enjoyed this, candid vlog. It's not the highest audio quality or visuals or lighting or anything like that, but I wanted to do this video because uploading once a week is just not cutting it for me. I feel like I need to see you guys more than once a week, and adding these vlogs were for me to stay in touch with you a little bit more through just doing your energy. How do you protect it? That's something that I am going to start learning today, and I really want to hear your feedback. So with that being said, leave me a comment, and I will see you guys on my next video. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I love you, and can't wait to see you again. Bye!
Okay, I think that's the end of the video. Grounding yourself is like brushing your teeth. It's something you should be doing at least once a day, hopefully twice a day, hopefully 3 times a day if you're regimented about it, if you're lucky. Definitely at least once a day. But yeah, it's so important to ground yourself on a daily basis and fill yourself up with your own love, with whatever it is that you need at that moment in that day. And it's so important to take a couple moments to yourself to really truly ground yourself. Take a shower, put your feet in the sand, that kind of stuff. Put a meditation on and really call back all those scattered thoughts and pieces of you that have left throughout the day, and really center yourself, because that's going to make a huge difference. And you'll get to a place where you'll be able to be around these people and they're not going to affect you, because they're not going to resonate, because you're here and that person's over there, and you are not going to be able to resonate. Because if you're feeling grounded and at peace and happy and hopeful, and that person's like, no, let me energy vampire you, they're not going to be able to get you. They're not going to be able to affect you. You'll be not affected by them. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please post them in the comments below. I would love to answer them. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate you all so much. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more fun spiritual content and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.